Not tonight, dear.
Yeah,
Love ain't perfect.
but truth keeps it real. Charles Melendia,
Just keeping
just keeping it real.
in love. Eh.
Hey, what's up, fam?
What's up, fam?
All right, just keeping it real with Charles and.
Melendia,
Yep.
and welcome to Thursday's Dose.
Yes. If the bedroom goes dead and stays dead, then what usually dies next?
Probably tenderness,
Uh-huh.
patience, loyalty, and respect.
And people don't just miss sex, They start missing just being wanted.
Yes.
And once you feel unwanted long enough, guess what happens from there? You're either going to shut down,
Mm.
you're going to act out, or you're going to say adios and you're checking out.
And you know what? It's not rare.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
right.
It's not rare. Because, there's a survey out here about 7% of married adults
Uh-huh.
report no sex.
Ooh, been there?
Yep.
Okay.
When? How long? In the past year.
Past year? Oh, now, we're let it. Yeah, right.
And if you decide and talk about infrequency,
Yeah, okay.
it's closer to 14 to 15%.
Wow. Did you know that? Okay. Are you in those statistics? Been there, as we say. So, nationwide, weekly sex has fallen too over the decades.
Mhm.
Due to basically a list of issues, starting antidepressants, to be hormonal changes, the stress of life itself, could be children rearing, could be family issues. There's so much that can crush the desire for a lot of people. So let's talk about what's really happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's be real. Some of y'all ain't going through a dry spell. So you can stop there right now. You talk about the dry spell. You living in a dead bedroom. Mm-hmm. Been there? Yes.
Yes.
And you're calling it, we just busy. We just busy. We got so much to do, but you're in denial.
Yes. Yes. Usually you're not seeing what they call the forest before the trees. You're not seeing it,
Right.
And that part, it hurts.
Okay. Yes.
No, the lack of, it's not just the sex,
Okay.
because you said it's what sex represents,
Sure. Right.
in a marriage. It represents, I love you.
Okay.
I still want you. I choose you.
Yes.
I feel close to you. When that disappears, people start feeling unloved,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
in their own bedroom, and in their own homes.
I can understand that too. Definitely.
Yeah.
Can understand. So tonight, what we want to do, we want to do a bedroom autopsy.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And we want to talk about 10 reasons that the intimacy died. And we want to give you a blueprint to revive it.
Mm.
Are you up for it?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's unpack.
Yeah.
Let's unpack it.
We're gonna have some ground rules.
Go
We're
ahead.
gonna keep it clean.
Okay. All right.
Keep it clean, and we're gonna keep it relevant and real.
Yes. Okay. Uh-huh. And go ahead.
Nobody is owed sex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a
Come on.
maybe a debatable statement.
It's a matter of opinion. Yes, it's a good. Oh, is it?
So if you're married, you're owed sex.
Hey, here's the bill, right?
Go sound of the 1910ish. Okay.
Okay. But I would say this much, and we've had the discussion just recently, and I say there is an obligation, I believe, that goes with marriage to please each other. Now, and you say obligation may be a strong word for some, and it may seem that way. And I think we're okay to have our difference of opinion, but marriage comes with obligation. Do you agree?
Yes.
Oh, I felt something in it. Yes, yeah. All right.
But we kind of differed a little bit because I don't feel like uh, a partnership feel like they're obligated to sex, it should be an easement. It should be something that is like a desirable pleasure of something. It's not to look at it like an obligation. It's something. See, I know what you go on. I know you go listen because listen to my it's like I'm obligated. I'm obligated to stay committed. I'm obligated to know that my body is your body, knowing that. But to say, because if we put it in detail of I'm obligated, suppose I'm not able to, suppose you're not able to, then what happens to the term obligation? Am I not fulfilling my obligation because of maybe was something? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. You said a lot.
Just
So you say, what if you're not able? I think the not able part, I think that changes the whole dynamic, with it. I really did.
correct. Correct. So therefore, I wouldn't put it as a stamp of this is what it should be.
Well, I guess you say what it should be. No, it's not that. It's what it is, and how we deal or how we live that will be based on our circumstance and our agreement how we do that.
Yeah,
You know.
but I wouldn't take away from the fact that having being married,
Yes.
being married is a commitment.
It is, yes.
Is a commitment for fulfillment when it comes to sex in a marriage.
Mhm.
So when we walk into understanding that I am committed to being able to serve you and please you, and you vice versa, then I wouldn't look at it so much as an obligation.
Well, maybe our um, definition of obligation we may revisit just to see, where we are.
So
Because I feel I have an obligation to please my wife. I mean,
and,
period.
and that's
And that's not just in the bedroom,
right.
but I think it exists in the bedroom as well. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
we have our conversations on, but moving on. That's okay. Yeah. So you said nobody is old sex, right?
Okay.
Okay, we go.
Old way. Nobody gets used. I mean, nobody gets to use sex as a weapon.
Oh no, that
No.
I definitely don't agree with. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, no pressure behind it. No, it should be any guilt or no coercion when it comes down to sex.
Correct.
And also, but you don't get to ignore the problem either and expect your marriage to stay healthy. So you got issues you've dealt, and you know something is not happening. There's no fire in the bedroom. Then you have to approach the issue. Don't ignore it.
Right. Right. So, with that, we talk about the emotional truth of that from both perspectives.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So
What perspective would you look at it as?
I would say, which I felt, we'll look at the rejected side of this thing.
Yeah.
Because I know most men in the beginning, especially, we initiate and we usually initiate. Men usually initiate, say, hey baby, tonight, hey, come here, girl. It's that. And then when we hear I'm tired, I get hey, not tonight, and all that rejection hurts. And it hurts different when it's your spouse.
Yeah.
So with that, after hearing that a few times, not tonight, you start hearing not just not tonight, you're hearing not me. And you take it as a rejection. You start wondering, am I still desirable in her eyes? Then it turns to anger if it continues on. Then distance and temptations. So we have to be cognizant of those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. I'm on board with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Glad you concur. Go ahead.
now on the opposite side, like a shut down spouse.
Okay.
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 And the other side is real too.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Where some people they're not cold,
True.
they're overwhelmed.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
They're touched out. It's just, I mean, from the kids, everybody, pulling on me.
Yes.
I'm eating this. Well,
Uh-huh.
they're resentful,
Yes.
and they may be even in pain,
Right. Okay.
and also feel emotionally unsafe.
Gotcha.
Um, Their intent is not to punish their spouse.
Sure.
They just try to protect themselves
Okay.
because they're so hurt.
So
Mhm.
you've heard two perspectives, and we're not picking sides here tonight.
Mm.
What we want to do, we want you to join us, and we want to fix the system.
Mhm.
We want to give you 10 reasons. We're going to unpack 10 reasons, and we're going to give you 10 solutions. The deep, we're going to do it direct. Resentment, we talked about.
Yes.
That's the silent killer.
Mhm.
Once we get feel resentment, then it sounds like, I'm fine, but they're not. Okay. So what it feels like is that you want my body, but you don't respect my burden, all I'm carrying, all I'm doing. You just want my body. And that becomes next to the resentment sets in.
Yeah.
Here's a solution. Let's have weekly meetings that we can sit down and talk about these things. And let's clear the air. We had our clearing of the air just the other day. If you don't mind me saying, what hurt me this week? What do I need from you next week so we can improve it and do not do a repeat of what happened this week? What thing can I appreciate? We got to be specific with the repairs only. Now, my bad. Say what you did. Okay? Be specific. Why did it hurt? And what changes we need to make? Important.
Yeah.
So, in short, you can't starve somebody emotionally all week and then ask them to feed you physically at night.
Wow. That's hitting right there. Like for real, seriously. If you think about what you just said.
Sure. Mhm.
Yeah. So then there's number 2. The second one I think is the rejection cycle.
Okay. All right.
And-
The rejection side.
And it's kind of like the death by 1,000 no's.
Ooh. Those every time. No, I can't. See, no,
Child feel like
killing the brother.
when one spouse initiates it and gets rejected,
Oh, man.
you could feel embarrassed.
Yes.
You just totally stop trying.
All right.
Become cold.
Mhm.
And the other spouse feels pressure, avoids now. It's a standoff.
Been there. And that can last a while.
It can.
Yes, definitely.
So there's solutions.
Still has
You
solution.
know, so by replacing random initiations with planned intimacy time.
Sure.
Now, I had a thought about that a little bit though,
Right.
as far as plan.
I know we talked on it, but that's time.
Because granted, yes, you have to address these frequent no's. You have to address that and
Yes.
and how this is making a person feel.
Uh-huh.
But my thought when it comes to planned intimacy,
Sure.
but for us, or for couples who are empty nesters.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there could be situations where maybe one is working or both are working, and you just need to be able to hone down on those times.
Okay.
But
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's necessarily needed to plan it because
All right.
uh intimacy should be sometimes it can be spontaneous, and I don't need to oh, wait a minute, it's not 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. That's where I differ from the suggestions of some that says it has to be, looking at planned. It's
Okay, so help me understand. So what you're saying is that you don't like the planned part of intimacy. You rather it be spontaneous, is what you're saying.
most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Right.
maybe other couples may feel that way as well. I understand if you have small children at home or if you have someone else living in your home, like if you have your parents living in your home or something. I get that. Then it may need to have some planning time.
But well, suppose there were people that had other reasons besides children or whatever. They just are planners. Right?
Okay.
Right. And I'll say with that, I know we are using some reasons a person may, but if they're just planners and they like to plan things, then intimacy may be one of the things they want to plan and we can do a weekly, a calendar sketch.
And I'm with that.
But you said it's not for
with
you.
that. Right. 'Cause
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
solution, every strategy, every suggestion is not necessarily for everybody.
I got you.
So, there and there may be times that I'm okay with playing,
Okay.
but and overall, I think our intimacy for us and for me, what I don't desire a plan.
Right. Because that's just like we have a lot of things that come up randomly right now
We
in our lives. So
So you can plan as you
may not
and that may not work out.
right, just like we yeah, definitely. Okay. So go ahead.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that is depends on the couple.
Sure, sure. Uh-huh.
And
Mm,
also build a no pressure ladder.
okay.
Don't make a person feel that they're pressured. Even if you go through week 1, we're going to talk about affection only. We're just dealing with no escalation.
Okay.
Okay. Then week 2, maybe some closeness and some kissing, you know, whatever order. Week 3, then maybe some sensual time,
Okay.
you know. Go with week 4. Then let's go with sexual reconnection. If they both want to.
Okay. What if one wants another? No.
Then that's the top discussion.
Okay.
But the hard truth here is constant rejection creates bitterness.
Oh yes.
Constant pressure creates shutdown.
Yes.
And guess what? Both of them kills desire.
Yes. Right. So, and even when we do it, we're together,
Mhm.
having bad sex, boring, rust, selfish, predictable, that kills the vibe as well.
Yeah.
So we have to be cognizant of both people, of each other. And how do we fulfill each other in the process? So let's stop pretending. If sex isn't constantly or consistently, if it's consistently unfulfilling, then people will avoid it, period. So, solution. We talk about it. Let's have the sex week. Let's talk about it. Let's sit down. We had that talk the other night. I said this a couple of times. Right.
Yeah, you did.
Do it outside the bedroom. Okay. What do you enjoy? Okay. What don't you enjoy? What can make it better?
Mhm.
What would make it better for you?
Mhm.
Better for me. Let's think instead of self satisfaction or self gratification, let's think mutual satisfaction. How can we do that to please each other?
Yeah,
That matters.
it does.
So, if one person always leaves full,
And satisfied. Then
yeah, and the other person is empty, don't be surprised when the empty one stops showing up.
Mm. Mm. Number 4, emotional disconnection.
Yes.
So we're basically roommates.
Right.
We're not showing each other any affection. We're not flirting. 'Cause flirting is, that's sensual. That's nice.
Sure.
We're not doing that. We're not laughing. There's no warmth. There's just chores, routine, and schedule.
Going through the motions.
Going through the motions. What kind of solution that we want there are solutions that we want to provide.
Right.
And that is when you're going through something like that, maybe take some time and 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it takes
Right.
for a connection ritual. And then, like, how are you really feeling?
Like we were asked a question the other day. How's your mental health? Yes. And that was unusual. And I want to shout young man out, Richard. Either saying, yeah, definitely. But we need to inquire that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what are you carrying? That's troubling you.
Sure.
What are you going through right now? What do you need from me?
Okay.
And how can I help you with that? Oh, and have like a weekly or however daily rule if you need to.
Sure.
No kids, no bills, no conflicts, no topics, no regular talking about how things are going on in the world. None of that.
Sure. Right.
The bedroom follows friendship.
Yes, it does.
That's what it really does.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So number 5.
Number 5, unequal labor. Brothers, this is one that we suck at. I gotta tell you, for the most part. And I have to admit it. What do I mean by that? Usually in the home, the wife, woman carries most of the burden. Especially if we have children. They raise the children, do the household chores for the most part. Men are tending more to get involved. But over the years, that's what it's been. And a woman would carry all that all day, deal with. Man would go to work, come home. He would either decompress or he would decompress before he gets home and do that. So the woman's still doing everything. And then boom, kids to bed, homework done, everything comes down to the end of the night. And this is like, okay, baby, time to perform.
Mm.
And she's like,
They ain't horny.
I'm tired. There's no horniness there. The plans, emotions, I'm not. That's the last thing on my mind. I'm just drained. I just let me just fall asleep. Or time you may say, hey, babe.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Okay. So,
Guess what though? Sometimes we
we
know they tapping. You know what they tapping up? Which
they ignore it a lot of times, right? Ignore. Like I feel you, but I don't feel you.
you didn't connect with what I had going on.
Doing it.
I may had to work.
Right. So helping with them chores could have got us much further. See, and we didn't have the wisdom, to do these things. So the household audit, sitting down with paper, not vibes. And let's list everything. And see, can we do a redistribution of the responsibilities to chores? Let's have a weekly reset where we look at these things on a weekly basis. So the higher desire spouse, the one that, the most energetic, then, prove love with relief, not just complaining, but with relief and share and redistribute. So help is foreplay. Support is sexy. Bring sexy back. Yeah.
Number 6, help hormones, pain, postpartum, menopausal issues,
Mm-hmm.
and even going through ED.
Okay.
You know, these isn't excuses.
Right.
They're not excuses. It's a real life situation with real bodies.
Yes. Right. Uh-huh.
With women that may be going through postpartum, they may have painful sex.
Yes.
And 22% of them is within 6 to 12 months of postpartum.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also menopausal issues with dryness.
Yes.
That can be up to 60%.
Right. Well,
So how do we resolve that? We need to make sure we had medical check-ins.
oh, yes.
Not egos. Would not put that ego to the side.
Sure. Okay.
And understand what he or she is going through.
Okay.
Adapt to intimacy. Adapt to it. Have more warm-up time. What is they call foreplay time?
Yeah.
I mean, it can happen early in the day, way before bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
And comfort tools. Some people desire that as well.
Really?
Some comfort tools.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Have patience. Just have patience with one another without allowing the person to feel shameful
Sure. Sure.
or feeling shame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Right.
It's just like if it hurts, it's not rejection.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-protection.
Sure. Sure. Right. Okay.
Number 7.
Number 7, talk about porn, secrecy, fantasies, comparison, that kind of thing. So some people invite outside influences there, figure it spices up the relationship. Sometimes it can be a hindrance. Really. So the pleasure becomes private and hidden. The connections suffer. You may see something there and you start comparing your spouse or looking for something in your spouse that is not there. And if porn is present and the intimacy is dying, you need to talk plainly.
Yeah.
You need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
You need to create boundaries as well. Be transparent, comes down to it, and be accountable.
Yeah, that's a good solution.
Really. So what we need to do, rebuild arousal. with real life connection, all the novelty stuff, and no secrecy.
Mhm.
So here, secrecy doesn't just break trust, it makes your spouse feel like they're competing with a screen.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Wow. So, number 8,
Mhm.
contempt and disrespect. It's like poison
Yes. Right.
that kills everything,
Mhm.
from eye rolling,
Oh, yes.
sarcasm,
Ooh.
insults,
Yes. Mhm.
belittling,
Yes.
or making a person feel that they are obligated.
Oh, come on. All right. Okay. Roll back.
We've heard of some people using it biblically.
Well, look, let's just be all the way real. I used to use it biblically. So stop it. I'm gonna call me out. Let's be. I did. Hey, every time you gave me a no, I'm saying the Lord to you all equal to please your husband and do that, submit to him. Girl, give it up. That was called guilt sex, right?
Let me tell you what called stuff like that contentment like that.
Oh, resentment for you?
Contempt,
Yeah, but contempt, right? Okay.
It will be a top predator for I'm out of here.
Okay.
You're not gonna treat me like that. And we got over that part, and using that was not, but just using
But no, notice the raw emotion. Though we got over it, how many years ago she still feel the emotions? I was like, it's happening. Just
that gets that.
go ahead, okay.
Don't walk like that in this elbow. I'm just saying some of these same things that has happened that causes contempt.
Oh, absolutely.
That could be a top predator for somebody thinking, I'm out of here and I'm done with this.
Yeah, that's what we have to get understanding as we grow. Sometimes we're in a thing we've never been in before. We are learning as we're going. So sometimes you think those are the things that God wants you to do, and there's a way to do those things. So we've learned over the years. I've learned over the years. You know?
And a resolution
Go
for that.
God.
We learned, we identified,
Yes.
and stop it. Ban contempt language. Just stop it. Replace it with direct needs.
Right. I need you, woman.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I miss you. It could be, I miss you.
Yes.
I feel lonely.
Yes.
I need your touch.
Yes.
I need a hug.
Mhm.
Like just small lines of gesture
Mhm.
that shows that you really, really desire me.
True.
Nobody wants to be laying up in the bed naked with their spouse who talks to them like trash.
Mhm.
Well, nobody want that. You know. So number 9.
It comes down, you're talking about laying naked. And let's talk about body shame.
Mhm.
Um, and being insecure, and aging, because those are factors there that really going through the aging, we see some of the body changes that happen. And we may not even be satisfied with our body. The makeup right now, where we are, we know. Um, and then we may be ashamed, self-ashamed already there, shame, basically shame there. But the thing is, we've got to avoid, and some people avoid making our spouse feel ashamed of their body because again, they feel unattractive or can feel embarrassed.
Mhm.
And I must say to you that and I've said this before. I remember looking at you. I'm gonna say
Go
this.
there.
I'm gonna say it. I got to. I've said it before, but I remember looking at you.
Can you believe that, y'all?
No.
It is.
Come on, man. Understand me. And I'm saying because you were going through something, and I know that it wasn't you because you normally, exercise, you try to maintain, keep weight and all. But I noticed what you went through. I think it was a bit depressing. It made you, it affected your confidence. your self-esteem. It did. And because you dealt with rejection and people trying to devalue you, and it did something, mentally. And I saw some changes and I saw some habits kind of increase and I saw your weight or size change. I didn't want to say anything to you because I experienced something similar, meaning going through rejection, whether work or whatever, and feeling that. And I saw how your body was changing. And I didn't want to say anything because I said, I don't want to get upset with me. Let me give her time. Lord, let me be patient with her and let her get over this and see. And I think I looked at you one day because I was like, oh, wow, look at and I'm looking, and you looked at me and you said, whoa, why you look at me like that? Yeah. And I said, Lord, she got it. And I had to be honest to say, hey, look, you got it. And we had an honest conversation.
Did.
We had an honest conversation.
I think that was really helpful for us because then I was able to express why and how and that internal feeling struggle that I was going through.
Mhm.
And I was able to actually identify it myself.
Yeah.
You know,
And well, just listen. Just listen. Just listen. So I have to whisper to you, woman. Come on now. Because you saw yourself just recently and you say, okay, I didn't know.
I was going there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Situation.
you know what I'm saying.
Even healthier when you can identify and talk about it.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah. And we're both working to improve ourselves, to bring our sexy back. You know what you're saying? For each other.
Yeah.
That's what we
and that was part of the solution for us.
sure.
Those are solutions for us. And additionally, that's when we spoke loud about
Mm-hmm.
our desires and as we were specific about what was lacking,
Right. Right.
and then identified the problem.
Sure. Sure. Mm-hmm.
And then to start talking about how I love how you look. When it's been identified and things are starting to get back on track.
Sure.
Or even if they're not there, just knowing that you're striving for it. Sure, I love how you looked, and I love how you looked in this dress.
Yes.
I love how you look in that outfit.
Sure.
And
Say, love how you look. I love how you make that outfit look.
there you
Yeah.
go.
That's I tell you,
There you
that's the thing. So definitely,
And
and we're
certain
correct.
certain scents, cologne or something like that that makes you smell intriguing.
Intrigue.
Intriguing.
Okay. Like intrigue.
And as your body starts to form to become a lot more healthier, then you even say, I love your body. I love how your body looks. That build up my confidence, that build up even me, because I have to be able to identify that here first.
Sure. What?
Before I'm able to present it to you,
Mm-hmm.
I have to see it first.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
And that's important because loving you is important, even when it comes to intimacy. Really. So restoring a non-sex touch on a daily basis. So affection isn't a sales pitch. Just do that on a daily basis. It should be, hey, girl, oh, here we go. So if every hug is a request, then your spouse will stop hugging.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. And the last but not least is trauma, grief, depression, and anxiety.
Hmm. So some people aren't distant;
Mm-hmm.
they're just drowned.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the solutions here? Therapy isn't weakness. And we've shared with you all that at times we've sought therapists sit down and talk with over our years. It's a strategy. Okay? You have to build safety first.
Yeah.
As we mentioned to you, the guy at the gym, young man, say, how is your mental health?
Yeah.
Intimacy follows after the safety. We're a team, and our language plus our routines are the things that get us there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't heal intimacy by demanding intimacy.
Mm.
Come here. I want it now. Turn off the light. No Teddy Pink back in the day. You got to rebuild the blueprint. Simple, direct, and effective.
Yeah.
What are those terms? What do we do? Steps to build back. The bedroom autopsy. Remember that?
Mhm.
Ask these questions. No yelling. Ask these questions. 5 questions.
Mm.
When did we start falling off?
Yeah. Yes. And what happened that we never repaired it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What do you fear when it comes to intimacy with me? What are you afraid of?
Yeah. And what would make you feel safe with me again?
So, what is one change you need from me this month? Tell me.
Yeah.
So, step 2. This is the 2-weekly intimacy window here.
Mm.
No if, no maybe. Just put it on a calendar.
Mm.
Okay? Put it on a calendar. One window can be non-sexual connection. Why is that? The point is to be consistent.
Yes.
Okay?
Mhm. Yeah. Then step 3,
Mm-hmm.
fix the number one blocker first.
Okay.
And if it's pain,
Mm-hmm.
fix that.
Right. Okay.
If it's resentment, repair that. If it's exhaustion, identify that and redistribute it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's secrecy, talk about that and set boundaries and choose.
Okay. And as far as an aftercare step, talk for 5 minutes. After closeness, you've gotten close, ask these questions. What felt good? What didn't? What do you want next time? These are the things that will hit the emotions and they will improve the hope in the relationship
Yeah.
and the intimacy.
Yeah. So if you've been rejected for months,
Mm.
you're not crazy for feeling lonely.
Oh, sure.
There's a vital problem.
Yes.
But don't let loneliness turn into somebody you don't recognize.
Sure. Right.
Talk about those things, identify those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one thing too, if you shut down, you're not wrong for needing safety and tenderness. But don't use the silence as a punishment. That's how marriages die quietly. You see the newspaper, you see the media, the divorces that happen so often.
Mhm.
So,
And the statistics, though.
yes.
So even in statistics and trying to, even speak to those that are looking to be married, they're
Sure.
looking at those that are married
Right. Uh-huh.
and they're feeling like
It's not working for them. Yeah, it's not working. So why do I want it? It's not working for them.
that's not a kind of example that I want.
Right. Right.
That I want. I don't want to fall into, that divorce rate.
Sure.
But just realize too that, don't necessarily put your vision and your thought in other people's problems.
Exactly. Or how it works or how it ends with other people doesn't necessarily mean it's going to end for you that way.
Right.
If it's a negative thing, that's a turnoff.
Right.
Right.
And the influence of that though too.
Mhm.
Don't be influenced by the negativity that you hear
Yes.
from other couples.
Sure. Right. Right. Well,
Mhm.
that's, most people will advise you on their life's experience.
Mhm.
So if they telling you that marriage is bad, guess what? They got a bad marriage in most cases.
Right.
Really. Because someone that has a great marriage would not transfer to you. Oh man, don't do it. I remember when we first got married, we didn't have any kids, so we might have had one child. And there was a couple in the town we lived in. And the old man asked a question. He said, you got children? And I think I said, we had one. He was saying, well, if you don't have none, don't have it. And this man never had, he and his wife never had kids. I think they were in the 80s.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
And they, in every season, winter season, during Christmas time, their house would be all lit up with all this stuff around there. And I'm thinking,
So I got kids, what are you doing that for?
right. So, hey, he wanted it all to himself.
Yeah.
So we've got to think beyond out of the box. We got to think out of the box.
Right.
Really.
And remember, intimacy doesn't come back by accident.
Right. It comes back by what?
Truth, effort, and consistency.
Consistency is the thing. Yes.
Yeah. So you have to be real and transparent about what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yes. So, in our talk here today and sharing with you, we don't wait till we get it together to bring it to you. Most of the things that we bring to you, guess what?
We've experienced.
We have experienced or we are experiencing. So when we say lock arms and let's join a community together and let's encourage each other to get to the place that we know God wants us.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because marriage is a godly institution. And if you try to build on anything but our Creator, you are making a mess. Yeah. So we ask you, pray for your marriage, pray together, build on biblical scriptures, biblical principles in your marriage, and don't let the enemy come in and to cause you to be divided.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, because as for us, 40 years, yes, we've gone through some challenges.
Sure.
As much as it may seem, even bedroom challenges that we're talking about today.
Yes, definitely.
So what we want you to do is be able to use some of these same particular strategies with what you may be dealing with, or what you could be dealing with, or what you will deal with.
Yes. Right.
And use that for the betterment of building better marriages. Because guess what? Marriage is amazing.
Yes.
When you have a team together, a co-worker, a partner that you all are both building on marriage mindedness, man, I'm telling you, it's nothing that you cannot be stopped in doing, especially and only if you're building it on godly foundations.
That's important. That's important. Yes.
So, thanks a lot, guys.
So we ask that you share this episode, Thursday's Dose, with at least 5 other people.
Yeah.
Would you like, subscribe? Would help build a community with us.
Yes. Yes. And we can connect with things like this, and we can break down all those barriers that's out here about marriages.
Yes, definitely.
So building a community, we can talk through these things and show this society that we are better than being disconnected.
Yes. And what I like to do, I met a couple just the weekend or last week. Couple, they've been married a while, and I stopped them and I asked them, excuse me, how long have you all been married? And they told me 70 years. And also the gentleman is a vet, said part Vietnam War as well, I think Korean War. But anyway, I asked their name, so I want to shout them out, the Lawrences, and want to say God bless you all. And they, just beautiful couple, man. And that's just one of the, I told them about a podcast and all. So we want to shout you out in your marriage. And we like to sit down and we like to talk to people that not necessarily, that just have a good story behind their marriage, but that have dealt with challenges and God has given you the victory. We definitely want to hear about those stories. So write us, comment, email us, let's connect. And we want to say Until next time,
Till next time.
just keeping it real with Charles and
Melendia.
yep. Yo, we love you. Peace out. Till next time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Love ain't perfect.
But truth keeps it real. Charles and Melendia.
Just keeping it
Just keeping it real.
in love.